Under pressure? Well, in this video today, I'm going to share with you what executive presence looks like under pressure so that you can gain a very good insight in terms of how you can actually showcase yourself when you are under pressure. Now, oftentimes when people think about executive presence, there's a couple things that come to mind. And when you are in a traditional setting where things are fine, perhaps you're in a meeting, talking to other people, then your executive presence and how you conduct yourself may be a bit different than if you are actually under pressure. Most of the times you will behave in a different way because pressure tends to bring out the very best or it tends to bring out the worst. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the two most important aspects or strategies that you want to use if you are really trying to showcase your executive presence, especially if you're a woman in leadership and you have been in those very high stakes, high pressure situations like I have been and most of my clients have been in their careers. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying that pressure is pressure. And as I mentioned a few moments ago, it will either bring out the very best or it will bring out the very worst in you as a leader. So I'm going to share with you ways you can try to be ahead of that. So the next time you have a pressure situation that comes up and you want to showcase your executive presence, then you have the skills that you need to do that. If you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? This is the perfect opportunity for you to do so. Here I share with you real strategies, real techniques, and real scenarios that happen in life as leaders. I am not here to talk about fluff. I'm not here to talk about theories and hypotheses and share with you experiences that I wish I would have had in terms of how to be a leader. No, I'm going to share with you the real story, what really happens. I've been in leadership positions over the past 20 years of my life. I've worked as a C-suite executive, a manager, a director, and an executive coach. And so I've seen a lot of situations that I'm here to share with you to help you on your journey. Now, the first thing I want to mention before we have a lot of people join the live today is that when you are under pressure, there are two things that you can do to help you be able to showcase yourself as a leader. Now, I'm going to go through these very quickly and then say hello to everyone that has joined today. So hello, everyone. Hope you all are doing fantastically well today. Feel free to please let me know where you are joining from in this beautiful world today. And if you have not subscribed to the channel, this is an opportunity for you to absolutely do so. So I want to say hello to Xavion. Hello, welcome. Cruz, hello, how are you? Awab, hello, welcome. Where are you all joining from today? Carol, hello. Welcome. Glad you're here today. Feel free to let me know where you are joining from. Okay, Cruz is from Texas. All right. Welcome. Glad you're here. If you are wanting to learn more how to lead under pressure with your executive presence, you are at the right place. Feel free to subscribe to this channel and like this video if you're enjoying the content so far. And if you have questions, feel free to let me know in the chat below. I'm going to go through the two strategies that you can do very quickly so I can answer any of your questions to help you become an amazing leader. All right, so Carol's from Brazil. Okay, hello. And okay, let's see, Awab is from California. Welcome. Glad that you're here today. If you have any questions specifically as to how you can showcase your executive presence as a leader when you're under pressure, let me know. But I'm going to share with you two strategies today that will absolutely help you as you are developing yourself. And this I'm sharing with you are over 20 years of experience that you're going to get in just a few minutes. So definitely get a pen and paper and write these down. So, okay, Awab said his name is Chase. Okay, well, hello, Chase. Sorry about that. All right, we have Emmanuel. Hello, welcome from Nigeria. Welcome. So the very two strategies I want to share with you that will help you to lead with executive presence, even when you are under pressure, are the following. The first is not how you appear and not how you look. A lot of times this is very, very important when you're trying to develop your executive presence and enhance your executive presence. But when you are specifically under pressure, things are very, very different. So the first thing that you want to do is to make sure that you are being mindful in terms of how you are communicating to other people. Specifically, what I mean is that you want to communicate in a very calm way. Most of the time when people are under pressure, what happens? Everybody is panicking. They're worried. They are at a very heightened emotional state and they feel so just worried about everything that's going on. And so I want to share with you that this is what happens when people are under pressure. So you as the leader, and this is the reason why you are following, hopefully subscribe to my channel, is that you want to respond in the opposite way. So instead of being really upset, very emotionally charged, you want to be that person who is very calm and very grounded, that speaks with a calm sense of authority that people can pick up on. So let me share with you a story. There are many, many years ago when I had a crisis situation that I was dealing with. And so it was a big deal. And I had a couple of my team members at the time come to me and tell me basically the sky was falling. We have an issue with a particular situation. Things are not working out. What do we do? What do we do? And so instead of me saying, oh my gosh, what do we do? What do we do? I decided to use my executive presence and to lead under pressure. So what did I do? I told them, okay, let's think about this clearly. Tell me exactly what happened and what the problem is. And so the tone of voice that I use with them is exactly what I just used in this video. It was a very calm, very direct tone of voice. And that is how you can get people to start to calm down. Another thing that I've done with a lot of my clients, and I've shared with a lot of my individuals that I've been working with, is to speak a bit slower. When people are in a very heightened emotional state, their minds are going 1,000 miles a minute. So if you are the person that is speaking in a slower tone, you are basically forcing them to listen to what you have to say because they can't help but listen because you're talking a bit slower. I found that these strategies are extremely helpful when you are leading under pressure, and this will help you to showcase your executive presence because you are showing yourself as the leader, the one who remains calm when everybody else thinks that the sky is falling. Now, the second strategy I want to share with you in terms of how you can lead with executive presence under pressure is a very big one. This is one that people talk about, and I believe a lot of people associate with executive presence, but I want to share with you, when you are under pressure, this is critically important, and that is to be decisive. Now, earlier today, if you joined my live, I talked a bit about making decisions, and there's three things that a lot of people do to sabotage their executive presence, even women in leadership and anyone else that is a leader. I shared those in a replay. You may want to take a look at that. That was recorded earlier today. But specifically when it comes to making a decision, you have to be very decisive in a crisis situation. Now, oftentimes people struggle with this, especially as leaders, because they just don't know what to do. They watch all the YouTube videos here that talk about executive presence, leadership, but guess what? When there's a crisis, this is the channel you need to come to because I will help you be able to provide you with some insight in terms of how you need to manage crisis when it comes up, because it will, and it does as a leader. And so oftentimes people really get stuck on this because they're not sure how to make those very, very fast, very quick decisions under pressure. I want to share with you, if you can master these two things I'm sharing with you, your communication, speaking in a very calm way, and being very decisive under pressure, these strategies will automatically help you to showcase your executive presence at that higher level and will present you as the leader that I know that you are. Now, specifically when it comes to making a decision, I shared this earlier and I want to share it with you all briefly for the evening live, is that there has to be some decision-making process that you have to make decisions. When you have a crisis situation that is going on, your decision-making process just got expedited a lot faster than it normally would be. And what I tell a lot of my clients to do, and what I've done personally in these type of situations, is to find people that you will trust to give you good information. Sometimes you may have to look at different media sources, just make sure they're reliable. And then also you may need to reach out to people or other agencies to get the information that you need very quickly. that is the best way to make decisive decisions. Now, sometimes as leaders, and if you've ever been in very high stakes situations and you know exactly what I'm talking about, you may not have access to all the information. It happens. You are getting information real time and you're not able to make those decisions because you just don't have everything. Well, the best solution I can give to you is to make a decision with the information that you have. So I want to share with you a bonus. When you are communicating with other people and you have those situations that come up where you're making decisions real time, you don't have all the answers to everything just yet. When you are speaking with your team and articulating what is going on, preface it by saying, with the information that I have right now, this is going to be the best course of action for us to move forward or for us to address this issue, address this crisis, address this threat, or whatever the circumstances may be that is a crisis that you're dealing with. Now, these are strategies that I have used with my clients over the past 20 years. And if you're watching this channel, this is a place where you're going to get real life scenarios that come up. This is the place where I'm going to share with you real things that actually do happen in the world of leadership that oftentimes are not really discussed here on YouTube because there's a lot of people out here that are in different industries. Sometimes they're in the coaching industry, but they haven't actually been in those very high stakes crisis situations. So they're sharing information to you based on what they have seen or what they have observed. I personally have been in those situations countless times over. And so that's why the information I'm sharing with you will put you ahead of your peers and especially help you communicate at a higher level. So for those of you who have joined, I appreciate you being here today. I just shared with you 2 ways that you can lead with your let me go over this again. I have shared with you 2 ways that you can lead with your executive presence under pressure. The first is how you communicate. Communicate in a very calm voice. My bonus tip I gave to you is that you will need to slow down a bit when you're communicating so people will listen to you. The second will be to make sure you are being very decisive when you are in a crisis or under pressure type situation or it's high stakes. Your decision-making process is going to have to be a lot faster than what it normally is. So make sure you watch the replay to learn a couple of tips I shared with you in terms of how you can make some of those decisions. Now, I want to share with you, if this information has resonated with you, feel free to like this video and share it with any of your colleagues that you know are trying to elevate themselves as leaders and want to go to that next level in their career, because this is a place where I'm helping you to do that. I want to provide you with as much value as I can to help you on your journeys. Now, if you have any questions specifically as it relates to enhancing your executive presence, put them in the comments below. I look at every single comment and will respond accordingly to your questions. And if you have a specific topic that you want to learn more about, let me know. I will be more than happy to record a video just for you to help you on your journey. Now, if you feel like this is great information and I really need to work on this for myself, perhaps you are starting your leadership journey, or maybe you are in a seasoned level of your leadership and you're trying to really go to that next level in your career, then reach out to me, DM me strategy, and I will be happy to have a call with you and share with you some insights that can help you. I have a strategy session that I offer to my clients that will automatically help you to gain more clarity, insight, and help us to really dive into the things that might be holding you back from moving forward in your career. And if you specifically need some help with how to manage stress under pressure as a leader, then reach out to me. The strategy sessions, they start at $135 and they go up in price depending on the complexity or what you have going on in your particular career. So let me know. I'm here to support you on your journey in any way that I can. Feel free to reach out to me here on YouTube. You could also reach out to me at Excite Excellence on Instagram and also at Dr. Jacinta Lamantai on LinkedIn. So let me know if y'all have any questions. I appreciate you all so much for being present during the live today and watching the information. I hope it provides you with some value that you can use and take and start implementing today. So when you have those crisis situations come up, you are absolutely ready. I appreciate you all so much. And there's a lot of different information here on my lives. If you look through my live page, you'll see a lot of different videos that talk about leadership and some of those very, very delicate topics that come up sometimes as leaders that a lot of people just simply don't really talk about on YouTube. The reason why there's so many lives there is because you all have been so supportive of my journey, and I appreciate you so much. We've done so many lives together that YouTube has actually noticed that we've done so many lives together. So I did mention this previously, but I'll mention it here as well, that YouTube has invited me to be a member of their live streamer panel. It's where I provide some insights and guidance in terms of live streaming on the platform because I've done so many lives. So you have been a critical part of that journey. And I just appreciate you all so much for just engaging with me here on the lives. So if you like this video, hit the thumbs up and share it to a friend, and feel free to subscribe if you want to learn more ways how you will communicate at a higher level than your peers to elevate your impact, your growth, your income, and all those amazing things you're trying to do as a woman in leadership. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Bye for now.